All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Link Click, Season 2, Episode 5.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Only talk to Cheng Jiaxi.
Yeah. They're at the police precinct
Yep.
saying, I know everything.
Yeah.
I can spill the beans, but I'm only talking to him. This is either a really bad trap, this is either a really big break, or it's something really different, and it's all just a means to talk about the past, the future,
and
whatever.
If there is another person with abilities, I think this is a pretty definitive juncture that they might want to disrupt.
They might want to be involved in.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit. Maybe,
just saying.
Maybe.
You
or
know.
at the very least, jump ship from whatever is connected
to this. Right, and be like, all right, cool.
Understood. Have a nice day.
I'm just going to go to a different country.
I'm just going to dip out.
Yep.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Come back to this one after the photos are, 5-10 years old.
Yeah, or come back to this one 50 years ago, Yeah.
But y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Oh, so that's not actually the killer.
Well, that might be the way in which they just kind of sidle up alongside.
Sure, that's a good point. Yeah. What we really need to look for is if this dude that's like, no, I'll show you how to do it. If suddenly,
哈哈，这招叫做甩爪。
这样会不会把机器摇坏啊？
不用担心，就是现在。
Oh, is it still resolving the moments of that stuff before it can let something, like, slack off? Whoa.
I'm actually curious if that's like a legit.
That might be just a pro move.
这其中到底是有什么奥妙呀？
turns.
为什么你就能一抓一个准？
其实呢，原理很简单，就是把爪子定在洞口上方或者边缘，然后把爪子左右或者上下甩动起来，在摇摆到最高点时放爪，爪子就会向斜角伸去，再通过惯性。
Oh.
And
it'll immediately drop it once it gets to the top.
理论说起来很简单
Nice.
但出爪的时间还是需要千锤百炼的。
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
记得要适当表现出
Right.
愉悦的神情。
Oh.
Because
小新喜欢吗？
Oh. Yeah, he's doing right. You don't need to coach him through this. Cheng Jiaxi's a fucking sweetheart.
味道都传到隔壁了。
哎呀，没事没事。
but with the glasses and the way they have the reflection so that you can't see if his eyes are being possessed.
Whoa.
他难道就是留言里所说的好哥哥？
Wait.
程小时所在的门牌也是南德区同里巷48号607。
Oh, so they are actual neighbors.
今天真是谢谢你，又是帮忙拎药，还帮忙抓了娃娃。
谢什么谢？
Red eyes.
以后不许这样的人碰你，知道了吗？女孩子一定要学会保护好自己。你别笑，我说的是认真的。这个世界本来就是弱肉强食，所以我们一定要变得足够强大，要学会说不，这样才能反抗和打败那些我们讨厌的人。
这个年纪真是中二又热血。
听我指挥，打手语，
All right.
伸出食指，
Sign language.
指尖
Oh.
轻
Nice.
摇一摇。
是我认识一个新朋友告诉我的，他可帅气了。
Okay.
Oh. No way. Cheng Jiaxi?
No.
It is, isn't it?
No.
It is.
way. Holy shit.
It is. Holy
And that's
shit.
why Lu Guang was like, oh wait, maybe
Wait,
not.
wait.
Maybe
No,
that's
no.
more blue hair.
Yeah.
Although that might be the lighting.
不顾一切的样子有什么帅的？这一看不就是个调皮蛋吗？
Yeah, he's probably like 9 or 10. Yeah.
入关。
Ah.
哎，我刚看你打手语又打得乱七八糟，是不是把我教你的都忘了？
Oh, he's been teaching
我想
her.
回家怎么做？
Oh.
不对，不对，是指自己胸口位置。
Right, right. I.
点完自己再点头。
不对，不是要你点头，是要你指着头。
不是说指着胸口
Yeah, yeah.
吗？
对，是先点胸口再点头。
那没错啊。
你先别着急，
Yeah.
重新来。
Yeah,
Okay.
先点
This
胸
is
口指
this is so sweet.
然后再
Yeah.
点头，指自己的头。
到底对还是不对？
The problem is you gotta.
就指自己。
不对，不对，指错了。
到底对还是不对呀？
然后把两个手的手指相对，支起来，像个屋顶一样，就是家。
Oh.
Okay.
整个手势连起来，就是我想回家。
陆光，
知道了吗？
陆光，你还在吗？
哎，这娃娃没见过吗？
Oh.
是哪儿来的呀？是小西自己抓的？这抓娃娃感觉还挺难的呢。
啊，最后是我帮他抓的。今天运气好。
Whoa.
Damn, can't even say that a next door neighbor was there and helped out. Although I
Yeah.
suppose it's, coincidence that the neighbor was there.
哇哦，又到了让人愉快的吃饭时间。
注意一下你现在的性别和年
Yeah,
纪。
yeah. Come on.
饭量要控制好。
没搞错。
Are you kidding
既
me?
劳心又劳力，还不让吃口饱饭，这活没法干了呀！
等会儿啊，最后那2个人都留给我。
Gamer. Yeah. He's got the
就
cat.
这水平，
Yeah.
还小心我们够坏，也太小看我这个会长的枪法了吧！
天辰啊，你在学校乖点
This
哦，
feels like a
特别是
pretty
交
normal
朋
family,
友
you
一定要
know?
交成绩
Like,
好、人品好的，听到没？
话
I think it just
说
looks like-
照片背后的不能没了好哥哥，到底是什么意思啊？他
yeah.
哥不还好好的吗？
Well, this is at least a few years ago, so like at
你给
least.
孩子买了新相机啊？
啊，没有啊，怎么了？
那柜子上摆的相机是谁的呀？我不记得家里有这个型号。
你在说什么呀？哪个柜子上摆的相机啊？
你还想骗我？我都看到了你刚才故意藏起来的小动作。
小西，快去做。
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Okay.
你以为拿个娃娃往前一挡我就发现不了？我吃饭的时候一直在忍，忍着不要去想这件事，但我实在忍不了。
这是什么情况？
你说，这是谁给你的？
这是我自己买给小西的。
放屁！你还在骗我！
The
你跟外面
speed
男人
at
的事
which
情
this
整个
went
小区都知道了
Oh,
你还想变脸了你？
Oh shit.
哎，下班了啊！
哎啊！
oh.
有件事儿，
Oh.
应该告诉你，那个男老师啊，今天又来过了。我看他好像还带了礼物。
啊！这个
Shit.
破相机是不是他送的？
周老师是关心小西，希望他能去特殊学校，所以才过来看望我们的。
天底下这么多孩子他不管，他就盯着我们家小西不放。
Other
我看他
kids
就是
aren't
盯着你不
new?
放，还说什么去特殊教育学校？家里哪来的钱供他？女孩子在家有什么不好？相夫教子，遵守妇道就够了，别像他妈一样。
Oh,
Don't
oh,
look at that. Yeah.
oh.
Okay. All right. All right.
这个也是他送的，是不是？
Yeah. Shit. No.
Fuck.
天真，把妹妹带进去，把门关起来，看什么看？快进去！
Oh. Oh. I wanna
Yeah.
do something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
进去啊！
If she spoke here,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
that would shatter everything. Like,
你为什么要逼我呀？啊，都是你逼我的！
shit.
你辛辛苦苦为了这个家。
Oh. Oh. And he does something. Oh.
Shit.
Oh, he's mouthing. He's mouthing through her.
你还骗我？
Fuck. Fuck. And then, oh no. Oh
Doing
no,
something reckless.
Doing something
Oh,
reckless. Oh
这
shit.
的样子真的太帅了。
Oh shit.
你去哪儿啊？回来！
Oh, to go get help from the neighbor? But he can't hear.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
啊！我嚣张马来啊！
And this is just gonna make the dad even more mad.
Yeah.
Because
Uh-huh. Yeah.
你们等等啊，好像有人敲。
Oh my god. Wait.
谁啊？
and it's just thinks it's just somebody like
Fuck.
Oh my god.
是吧？
Oh my
谁
god.
都别活了，要死一起死！
What the fuck?
有什么就冲我来，孩子是无
好啊，你这话的意思就是你都承认了是吧？来吧！
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
We needed a breather. Thank you.
一起刑事案件，
故意杀人。
同时死的还有她的丈夫李凡。
Okay. Oh, he heard.
什么？她丈夫也死了？
Oh no.
刚刚是不是有人敲我们家门啊？
不知道，你可能听错了吧？
Yep.
他们
家里有老鼠，我们正在地上找呢。
Holy shit.
敲死他！你不想被误伤的话，别多管闲事儿。
Just the shaky head.
那你们小点声啊，不
Yeah.
然我要报警的。
Yeah, that. Oh my god.
我就说最讨厌这种人了。离婚好不好？离婚吧。
离婚？那不就让你得逞了吗？啊？那我李凡就要被人笑话一辈子？你别做梦了，我死也不会离的！啊！
She's gonna yell something. She's gonna yell something. Come on, come on, come on. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Shit! And now they're here. Yeah. Oh.
Holy
你好
shit.
我是程小石，请问怎么称呼你？
Huh.
我叫李天熙。
Wait, and now she's talking?
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh shit. I'm gripped. My heart is like in my like hands right now.
That was a rough episode.
You know what's actually wild? That moment might have changed to give her the ability to speak.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
It like snapped like everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Holy shit.
We blew open the full lid on some major backstory. No
Yeah.
wonder the girl is trying to reach out to Lu Guang.
Uh-huh.
This whole day was the day that everything
went to shit.
Everything went to shit.
Yeah.
But we're not entirely sure what's potentially already been cemented by Chen
Versus
Gaoxi's actions
changed.
versus change. So the next episode's going to be nuts.
And that's so one of the things that I really appreciated about how this whole thing was going.
Yeah.
Is that we have all of the stuff happening in the present as they're looking into this with and now things are happening and potentially changing.
Yeah.
So like, oh, he got murdered. Well, okay. That like there were all the setups of like, this is how it happens. Oh no, this is how and so we still don't know. We still don't know.
There's a very clear like, oh, they're still dead. The parents are still dead. Like that's not changed.
Yeah.
So
right,
the location and the means by which may be different. We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But either way, the building up of the tension in this scene was
it was fantastic.
Powerful.
Yeah. Like I loved the switcheroo where you think that this guy is like, you know, some scummy stalker or whatever, you know, or something, and it's actually just he's a shut-in, you know.
Yes,
but
he's absolutely kind of a socially awkward guy that doesn't really know what he's doing. But also, even if that's the case, that he's a pretty cool person and stuff, you know, even if we looked at this just from the outset here, he might still be, you know, someone who's, you know, not necessarily the best kind of person either.
I would not be surprised if he ends up being the person that kills the husband.
Possibly.
Like the husband kills the wife. Yeah,
and they were trying to show within the video game space that he has the capacity to be like,
yeah. Right.
I can have that level of intense passion towards something like this because it's cool. It's in the game.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Yes,
right.
Yes, those don't correlate to each other
exactly.
at all.
But the he certainly has a sense of oh fuck, this is what the shit is happening in here, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's he goes away at first because he's scared because the husband intimidates him and he's got the hammer and the wife is shaking her head. He maybe calls the police, but then he's like, no, but shit's happening in there right now. And like, am I just going to play in the video game where I'm like, yeah, you know, this is cool, or am I actually going to do something?
And he
goes in
grabs
there,
a kitchen knife,
yeah, you know, or the husband's like already, you know, like beaten her to the point of death or even to death, and then he's like, okay, well, you shouldn't be here anymore, so, you know, and then he makes it happen. Who knows, right? Like we have details of what end up happening, and yet like the circumstances are.
She survives this. The brother is up in the air for the most part.
Yep.
Because saving could mean keeping him alive, but it also could mean anything from like he gets paralyzed, he gets, you know, brain damage,
or he gets so fucked by this, because of what happens
that he becomes a person that
all kinds of stuff could happen, right?
Yeah.
But I love the way that like our assumptions are set up and subverted at the like within the same like episode and everything, where it's like, wait, when the brother originally shows up, I'm thinking, is this actually like, you know, is this the kid that ends up becoming some terrible person or whatever? Oh no, he's actually very protective of his sister. Okay.
Right.
So then what's the deal with the dad? And the fact that the dad was like relatively normal for the most part throughout a lot of it.
There was some hintings of some things that you could tell he was like, he was a little prickly.
Oh yeah, and definitely his character design is the gives me the vibes of this person could snap. You know? Like it's the like haggard and
it doesn't
like,
show a lot of warmth.
Yeah, it's the like I feel thin, sort of stretched, you know, like like and
for, you know, for reasons I'm not gonna go into the whole thing there because he absolutely snaps here. But the fact that the son was the way that he was is telling. I like reading a little bit too much into things because personally I get the vibe that this was not a first time thing.
No.
But I think the extremity was.
Yes.
I think what had happened before is that he's had rumors and or things that there is another guy that is interacting with his wife a lot.
Yep.
He basically ends up getting mad at her at some point before this because he mentioned a couple times like, you keep doing this, blah, 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 blah. So mentioning repeat stuff, but you keep making me like do this. So it's I then make you out to blame for the ways in which I've, you know, abused you.
Yeah.
So the son's behavior, the way in which he's really curt with the sister, very like, oh, we need to do this. We need to be independent. All that. It's informed by the behavior of the dad, and that's why he doesn't respect the dad when he like says, "Hey, you too, don't just feed your sister."
And it also informs the wife's behavior because she's doing all of these things to basically be like, "Shit, I can't set him off." Right?
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna placate him.
Like the thing of the God. Why was the doctor coming here? Or sorry, no. Why were they giving special attention to our daughter? Maybe because your daughter needs special attention. Did you ever think about that, right? But no, right? Like none of that will work on him. He's dead set, you know, like nothing that his wife says will mean anything to him. And it goes the way it goes. Like, that's... And
I love the setup also as well for she spoke today. Like
sure.
She spoke today. And that's not a thing that gets really like
touched on because I mean, well, he already doesn't trust anything that you say, right? Mm-hmm. So one, what's the point of even telling him something like that? To say nothing of would you even want him to be able to share in something potentially wonderful if he's this much of a horrible person, right?
Oh yeah. She's just wanting to get out. But the idea then that sets up perfectly at the end of the episode, Sheng Jiaxi actually talks through her, which probably just sets everything off. And I love that as I remember that moment probably changed her life. Not just from the negative sense, but also from maybe some other sense as well. But the idea that maybe if she has abilities or anything like that, maybe, we'll see. Then having there was a guy that my brother ended up, interacting with at that one point.
That very much seemed set up to be Cheng Jiaxi.
Well, because so.
But then there were certain things that made it seem like maybe not. Like they don't show the face, which seems to be the most obvious reason that it maybe would be Cheng Jiaxi, but if it they could have had that be a crazy reveal, but they didn't do it, even though it's very clearly like hinting that it would be him. So. Like, I don't know whether that's they want to hold off on the actual showcasing reveal, but then the hair's more blue than black.
So,
right?
So what I think it is, and that we're setting up here, is that the brother is potentially the one that hopped into our main girl in the beginning there because he's got the red eyes, which is very anime logic there, so it doesn't necessarily have to be that. But if they've got the whole we're similar, we're siblings, we've got both abilities or something like that, then she might be saying, I need you to save him because of what he ends up using this for,
Sure. I mean, it's.
I just am looking also for anything that could be parallels for Sheng Jiaxi and Lu Guang as well. And since we now have another pairing of characters finally, it's
well, one thing that I would say
potentially interesting thing there
is a potential Lu Guang tie-in is that he told Sheng Jiaxi to ask about the friend, right? Like when he heard the things that the kid was saying, he's like, wait, hone in on that. It could be that it's just that's what happens in the past. But I will say again, it was demonstrated that Lu Guang has a limited ability to see events in his current state because he almost died. Okay, cool. Right. To the point that he wasn't even able to garner your taking over a mute.
Yes.
Right? Someone who can't speak, so don't speak. That would be like some very vital, crucial information for this whole situation, right? So I don't think that's something where he, is aware that this is a thing, like a little thing that happens and, hey, you need to do this, right? A lot of the other advice that he was giving was hey, remember you're a kid, so don't eat too much. Be excited when you get the, the doll, things like that. But not necessarily this is how it's supposed to go,
Yeah.
So that makes me think that maybe Lu Guang has some additional information so that when the kid says this stuff, he's like, hang on, I have an association with that I know to be important that Cheng Jiaxi wouldn't. Now, it's possible that Cheng Jiaxi just wouldn't remember the things that he was saying when he was a kid because he doesn't think much of it, right? He's able to have the self-awareness to be like, oh man, this kid's just, taking himself super seriously the way kids do back then, right? But this gives me vibes that this is like a new character. They're setting it up for us to think that it's Cheng Jiaxi as a way to throw us off. And the fact that Lu Guang honed in on that.
Well, I think that was a means for him to then set up the sign language talking right there.
Okay, sure.
Like he doesn't.
Okay. And then there's also the whole point where Lu Guang like stops communicating for a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's because at this point, they're having such a communication breakdown of this whole thing there that that it's, you know, I don't know.
Because what that gives me the vibe of is that, you know, it's not a signal loss or something like that, right? Like he is actively still connected, but that
he's looking around.
He's focusing on something else, and maybe even reading into a different photo. So like if he has, like, let's say he has like a bunch of stuff on his phone or, you know, or something, right?
Oh, no, we would see him doing that in the present though. Like,
well,
if anything, he has his eyes shut here, showing that he is, I would say, more looking in with his ability around or with something connected to this. Now I think you could be onto something, given that this is still somewhat after he shared the story. The brother shared the story about
the friend,
at the soccer ball and stuff. So,
because
it could be part of it.
Yeah.
Because
this scene, they took advantage of it being largely from within Cheng Xiaoxi's perspective. There were the times where then they cut and we see, you know, the police officer and everything, like all the stuff that they're doing. But this was something that the reason for why like a disconnect could have happened, if it was Lu Guang focusing on something different, that's something that we specifically weren't shown because the show wants us to stay in that tension, right?
That's true.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there was something else that Lu Guang was actually like actively doing.
Sure.
That it's just like, we're not going to show that because that, you know, again, that would remove the tension. But
so then we have Tianxi and Tianshan.
Yeah.
For the
two kids
here, got their names down. But
yeah. The fact that we had this
still all had this backstory to then set up the actual meeting in the
right
in the precinct.
Like this is so much additional context for this interaction that's going to happen in the present time.
Right.
And yet we still don't have a full resolution of exactly what happened back then.
Right, because they're going to talk about it. They're going to talk about this stuff. It's going to be a momentous conversation. And, and that's really fun to have for stories like this, where you're desperately wanting two characters to finally speak to each other. And given that this show moves so quickly, it's not just what they're going to talk about, but it's what's
the implications of what they talk about
implied based on this interaction. So really cool stuff. I feel way more confident now in our protagonist as a whole, because we could end up getting a third person potentially on their whole group here, and that might be needed, especially if she's like, things are way scarier than you guys could ever imagine. Like,
even if it's just from the standpoint of getting a better understanding of how different powers work in this world, since like they've just been working with each other.
Yeah.
Even if they know that someone else has a power and ability to do certain things, if you're just getting it from observations of things that they do, that could make it difficult to still fully have an actual understanding of what's going on.
Yeah.
So
and there's still also the thing looming in the background of what was it? In the very beginning of the season, where when she's being puppeted and like brandishing the knife, anything, she starts like,
you know,
like, how do you activate your power? What is it? Like clapping your hands and stuff like that. And she makes a little point of like, like, I'd like that.
Oh yeah, like the implication that maybe the power can be taken.
Right, I'm gonna take that from you and experience it myself.
Yeah,
meaning that like, while there's an element of I want to puppet you at some point.
Sure,
we've never like looked into what could happen if a puppeteer puppeted a puppeteer. You know,
and experience it for myself totally makes sense. Implication straightforward.
But
take it from you. That's
a
bit different.
But also just the idea of what they're doing, you know, probably being the exact same ability, you know, in general.
Yeah.
They just don't understand necessarily how Chang was able to do that.
Which and or don't want to give information.
They were a kid, you know, they're not as
not
as smart as in general. But it's this is gonna be fun.
Yes.
Because do you feel like if we had to put this into a full theory here, do you think that the one puppeting the girl at the beginning is, if you had to pick, would it be the sister, Tianjin, or Tianchen?
Tianchen.
The brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he just from a simple standpoint of aggression, I don't think it would be the sister, especially given that she's showing herself here. I think given the information that this person would have gotten by interacting with them already, if that was the same person, they would have done this a long time ago, and they wouldn't have had to go to the police precinct, right? Like they could have just gone to their place, you know.
This is a really silly little thing. Look at how she was sitting too.
Oh, sure. That
is a guy.
That
pose,
definitely seems like a guy kind
but
of pose.
But it's also specifically, if we go back.
Oh, do we see the brother sitting like that?
Well, when he sits down in the room, yeah, he sits in the same.
Well, that could just be a general cross-legged.
But that's also I think because they're flat on the floor.
Yeah, right. That way of sitting it was weirder because she was in like a chair.
Right,
yeah.
right. But that's the kind of thing where if this show is the, blink and you'll miss it, there's clues everywhere kind of show.
Right. Well, and on top of all of that,
yeah,
what we have mechanically is a very gripping, in-depth backstory for effectively a new character, but who also gave a specific plot directive to the protagonists.
Yeah.
So that seems like something that would be important in the grander scheme of things. And so if it's we're going to save the brother, then that means the brother's also going to be an important character in the present right now. Are we going to introduce two entirely new characters that have no connection to what's been going on so far? Maybe,
Link would do that.
It would totally do that, and there could be ways that they're like indirectly connected.
This is the linear progression of what was originally an episodic narrative. Right, that you do these kinds of jumping into the past to emotionally save and or support someone that went through some hardship.
Right,
and so this is the example where we have someone who's complete, and totally powerless to do anything about this, but by Shang Jiaxi being there was able to have her speak, probably do something. We'll find out what that is in the next episode. But then that potentially created such an impact on her that she then knew, this person, they were the one that was in my head doing this whole ability thing with me. So yeah, next episode.
It's going to be wild.
And I feel like that's just where we're at right now. So keep it up, Link Click. And y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.